Hello everybody, ALLOS here, also known as Sketchum Creations, and today we'll be looking at even more Portal 2, and shockingly enough, today we will be looking at some actual test chambers I made. Amazing. Also maybe some other stuff. Okay, now let's get going. And here we are. Probably my first legitimate test chamber, maybe? Amazing. I already said that. So let's give it a look now. Also, this elevator wasn't here initially. You just sort of spawned in the entrance. Right here. That was weird.
This next test is dangerous. I'll be right back.
So I believe at some point, the point of that bit of window falling was to make a walkway that was present over the moat, but I might have done the walkway wrong, resulting in not actually being there now. Also, Bendy's watching us from up there. Again, not the Ink Bendy. I do believe this guy came before that one. He's mugging about up there. Also, fun fact, there was another update to the map that never got released that added more detail to the walls, more destruction and all that. It's like this bit of wall here was like slightly punched outwards. There was some knocked out tiling here, that sort of thing. So let's grab a cube. The door in the observation room up there is open. We'll see why in a bit. Now, as you place the cube on this button, let me say that I have absolutely no idea why I did this thing that's about to happen. Yeah, the module that the light bridge is on falls into the floor, and the funnel that was behind it replaces it in a test. Yeah, I don't know either. But this has more of a point than being pointless. First we need a new cube, though. Also, I'll take this opportunity to say that in a lot of my earlier maps, these indicator lines right here, these glowy dots, are brushes instead of overlays, for the reason of me not knowing how to make overlays, and also because managing them is annoying. As you see here, it's layers on top of the portal. It's above the wall. A bit sensitive to brush changes. Anyways, this portal back on over to the button. Loud funnel noises. Can you not, game? I guess we have to deal with that. I didn't know sound traveled through portals. That's a little weird. I mean, would that happen in a real-life sense? Would sound travel through portals? That would be interesting. Anyways. So we portal back over here, and you see, while the previous button that was here enabled the light bridge, this one disables the funnel. People might not think to come back over here after going to the other half of the chamber, but if you do, and go into the funnel's nook, there's a hole here. Secrets. Secrety secret. And also some out-of-place catwalk stairs, because I was bad at regular stairs. Here's a little example right here. There's a little bit of brush stairs right here to make this meet up with the floor. Anyways, come up here. Let's loop around. And here's our open door. Nice and cozy. Hi, Bendy. Anyways, walk past it into the hall, to the end of the hall. This big security door leads into this odd little storage area with a tube. Obligatory exile vilify radio. And cubes right in here. Can't go in there though. Now, if we press this button, this tube out here activates. Let's have a ride, as is mandatory. Let's have a ride, as is mandatory in Aperture. Ow. It's companion cube. Go take it to the exit with us. Take it along to the exit with us. Just put it over here next to the other cube. Turn the funnel back on. So we use the funnel to get back over to the other side, so it's the only way. Alright. So now let's actually solve the puzzle. My first legitimate funnel puzzle, and it's not really that hard. Just grab the cubes, duck down and grab them through the portal because it's a little bit of distance. So we take this cube from the other side, just chuck it in there. I am not all that proficient in throwing cubes. I can do it, I'm just not all that good at it. So put you right here. So we're gonna want the funnel now. Move it out of the way. So now we're gonna use this funnel to get the other available cube right over here. Press this button. Wait, hold on. Put your funnel here first. Then press the button. And zoop. Gotcha. Alright. What did I say about the throwing, man? What did I say about the throwing? Alright, let's leave and take our little hardy heart friend. We're gonna have a good...
I think that one was about to say, I love you. They are sentient, of course. We just have a lot of them.
No! A totally expected plot twist. But we can get Hoopy in exchange.
Well, I'm back. Excellent. You're a predator, and these tests are your prey. Speaking of which, I was researching sharks for an upcoming test. Do you know who else murders people who are only trying to help them? Did you guess sharks? Because that's wrong. The correct answer is nobody. Nobody but you is that pointlessly cruel.
Anyways, moving onwards. Now this is a series somebody on my Steam friends list asked me to make for their dad, and many people criticize me for making it, but I'm going to reiterate, this is meant to be a condensed Portal tutorial, as Portal 2 separates out the tutorials on how to do all the things across the story in the main campaign, but rarely anybody seemed to appreciate that factoid, so this series was stopped. Still, I left it up, and I'll quickly hop through it now.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potentially apocalyptic significance beyond our control. However, thanks to emergency testing protocols, testing can continue. These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can still be done, even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or structural collapse.
Alright, thank you, announcer. Thank you, Joe Michaels. Anyways, here's our gun. And some color-coded tutorial text. That's some tutorial text.
You have just passed through an Aperture Science Material Emancipation Drill, which vaporizes most Aperture Science equipment that touches it. This next test applies the principles of momentum to movement through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply in the future, God help you. Cube and button-based testing remains an important tool for science, even in a dire emergency. If cube and button-based testing cause this emergency, don't worry. The odds of this happening twice are very slim.
Yeah, there's a thing here, but I don't remember what it's for. If you're to clip behind it, there's a claw on the wall. I don't exactly remember what it's for. Also, right here.
Great work. Because this message is pre-recorded, any observations related to your performance are speculation on our part. Please disregard any undeserved compliments.
Simple little cube puzzle. If you try to intentionally fudge this up, I thought of that. You can cheekily respond to the cube right on top of the button if a grandparent's playing and keeps trying to do the wrong thing. Also, if you were there when this map was initially posted, you would know that the first version of this map was not in the destroyed theme, with everything all dirty and dinged up. Anyways, let's just head on to the next part. I didn't think of that though. Whoops. Laser tutorial.
You have a gift for these tests. That's not just flattery. You are great at science. Which involves deadly lasers, and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
Use your portals to redirect the laser into the node. Blah bitty blah blah. Also, it's got one of these cool staircases at the start that presses down after you dismount it, so the test can be done. And your barred from going back to the entrance. Anyways, lasers. And laser cubes. And these manual stairs right here that I should never ever do again. And getting stuck on the world geometry. Hoppity hoppity hop. I don't know how to bunny hop. Hoppity hoppity hop. Hoppity hoppity bump. And also this extra little portal surface to demonstrate what happens if you move a portal anchoring a laser. I'm not going to demonstrate that because it will respawn the cubes. I'm not going to go back down there. Anyways. Now this next door starts locked. Whoops, sorry. This next door starts locked. So you need to head into the observation rooms to get it open. Now there's a random point in the secret in this hall, right here, where if you portal bump into this room, you can see two things. I almost shot the wrong portal there. The first thing is around a little saucepan with potatoes in it. Little round thing. Well, I can't do that anymore. And also, another random thing, these posters in the back side of the window you can't see from the front end. Little paradox posters. Are they a paradox in and of themselves? There's no point to that really, so don't overthink it. Anyways, heading back out. Head in this door and press this button to open both the next test chamber and to activate that light bridge. Enable the test element within. Also, you can hop behind the stairs to grab this PC case. I don't remember why I made this a thing, but it's there. You do need to jump behind the desk to grab it because this part of the model is solid collision. I don't know why they did that. I guess because most of the time the desk is against the wall, so you wouldn't in a case where you saw that. Also, you hold it too high, you can tuck it underneath. That's part of the collision model. Anyways. And back, head into the chamberverse.
These bridges are made from natural light that I pump in from the surface. If you rubbed your cheek on one, it would be like standing outside with the sun shining on your face. It would also set your hair on fire, so don't actually do it.
Light bridges. You all should know how light bridges work. If not, here's your tutorial. Portal here, portal there. And you cross this impassable gap. And we press this button over here to drop a cube. Grab it after the bridge catches it. Place it here, and we can leave. While the series hit a hard stop, Part 3 was in development before that happened. And here it is.
What's going on? Who turned off the lights? What are you doing? Get your hands off me. No! Stop! No!
This right here is like the first time I made a fully successful panel door, and I like to think it's fairly cool.
Ah, brilliant! You made it through. Well done. Follow me. You're gonna love this.
It is also the first time I learned how to mount personality cords to the rail properly. Also, it's implied that Wheatley used this lever here to shut down Gladys just now. Anyways, let's see what he's up to.
I'm afraid the door's locked. Just checked it. No way to hack it as far as I can tell. Have you got any ideas?
Well, gee, I wonder.
What are you doing? We don't know what that button... Oh, the door's open. Well done. Let's see what's in.
So now we're going to bullet manufacturing. Hooray! Little chamber lock.
Okay, we have to split up here for a moment. Portal up to that passage, and I'll see you on the other side. Be careful!
No problem, little bro. Anyways, very, very professional factory here. Not. And look what's over here. I think it might be one Wheatley's TARDIS. Yeah, this was supposed to be like its second cameo, happening before its appearance in the Outlast map. If you haven't seen the episode, you go back and watch it. Anyways. Oop, it's gone again. Also some floating tables. Yeah, I sure miss a lot. He's got a pointless double gate here. I'm not sure why you need two gates in one place like this. It's like a door I forgot to put in. I don't know how I missed that. This was earlier days, so I was probably just very capable of missing this kind of thing. And a little bit of world building, where it's implied that Wheatley entered from this doorway. And a portal surface. One up there, one in here. But companion cube. Hello. Goodbye.
Ta-da! Only the turret control center. Thank you very much. See that scanner right there, right? It's deciding which turrets to keep and which to toss, and it's using that master turret there as a template. Now, if we pull out the template turret, it'll shut down the whole production line. Right, I'm gonna have to hack the door so that we can get at it. Oh, you might want to hang on to something. Word of advice, that's you.
Template.
Hello?
Well, that should do it.
Template missing. Continuing from memory.
Oh, it hasn't done it. Right, let's figure out how to stop this turret line.
So, we're supposed to go that way, but there's another little secret here you can find by portal bumping. Still alive, radio. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And some Ratman art. And overall, I tried my best at the time to make a turret control room. I think it looks fairly decent. We're meant to portal to the door, yeah. But if we press this button over here, it opens this compartment, in which we can find Journal 3 from Gravity Falls, which is here for absolutely no reason. However, more on this particular brush prop at a later time. Let's go through this door then.
Wait, where are you going? Where are you going? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on the assumption that you're still alive, and I'm just going to wait for you up ahead. I'll wait 1 hour, then I'll come back, and assuming I can locate your dead body, I'll bury you. All right? Brilliant. Go team! See you in an hour, hopefully. If you're not dead.
So, oh, by the way, since I was bad at aligning things at the time, you can just portal through this gap in the door. Wheatley's still here. He hasn't left. You can go back, but nothing happens if you do. Anyway, here's the actual test.
Live turret line is active. Enter room with extreme caution. Please avoid alerting active turrets or being shot by active turrets.
Turret tutorial, starting with a turret facing away from you into a doorway to mirror when you first meet one in Portal 2. You can walk up behind one manually, portal behind them. And you place the portal underneath them. Hoppity hop hop. And you can also laser them to blow them up. In which this presentation mirrors the turret opera chamber back in Portal 2, also known as Chamber 16. And then there's this BTS area back here, where I tried learning into lighting a little bit better, as evidenced by this big old lamp just randomly hitched to a generator on the wall. And Doug's desk over there. You might have hid here, sometimes to think. Conspicuous folder. So I'm heading out now. Turn off to the right here because you don't actually get to see the bullet manufacturing. And this door, like, it doesn't actually open. Right, I totally didn't just kill the door prop and just walk right through. Anyways. So then right here, there's this catwalk lift. Now if we get up on this intermediate floor right here, instead of riding all the way to the bottom, we can go through this door over here and get a preview of the next test chamber. It's very dark. That's no preview from above. You can barely see anything. Let's actually get in a proper though. So head back here. Drop to the bottom. Have a door that actually opens. Head through this door, and this is the Facebook tutorial. However, around here is where the map's development ended. You can tell that this chamber is a little bit rather janky, jankier than the rest of them. And I'm gonna turn on God mode for a second here. I need to turn on cheats to do that. You can especially tell it's janky. Get this tube up here. You smack your face right into it. Yeah. So just come over here. You just summon the cube. If you open up this door here, there's nothing behind it. Before I leave though, I'm just gonna no-clip out real quick just to show you that we're right underneath the start of the map. See? It's right here. Anyways, one more map. One jump and another. This was made on a dare from a certain mapping friend of mine that I make an underground themed test chamber, and I did.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Aperture Science. Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best. And you are it. So, who is ready to make some science? There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure.
You know, it's a fairly standard old aperture map. Is there a whole lot to say? We've got a queue jumper over here that drops into a portal surface, and there is another portal surface over here that you could use to retrieve it, but there's a sign right here on it as a subtle hint that you shouldn't. So we'll just move on to the next bit. And from here, we'll pull the cube right into this room. Oh, I didn't press the button. Whoops. Alright, so now we got the cube. Just tug it over here. And that there turns some panels right here. A bit of falling wood. And that button turns these big panels right here. Now we can grab some gel from the first chamber. This little cross on the floor right here indicates that you should stand here to get the gel. It does not indicate that you should burrow here to get beans. You can also shoot at the propulsion gel from the other window right here, but there's not a point. However, before we just up and leave, there is a secret here. Over here on this button, if you climb up on the cube and nudge against this wall, it falls away because of logic. Fall out here, and we're on some bonus walkways. There's not too much of a point to this secret, but it's mostly sightseeing. But if you come over here, you can see that this Richmond Spear that we're inside right now is designated Bonnabelle Amelia, which is collectively a reference to one Sweetie Bon Bon Drops and one Amelia Pond. Two different show references in one, right under your nose this whole entire time. You know, if you walk over there, you can go into an observation room, but I'll leave it. Head on over this way. There's a little break in the catwalk here, preventing us from going to the other side. Prevents us from going further. So we can just portal back from this wall right back here. Just portal onto this wood if you want. Here, probably portal a little bit lower. Let's drop down into this truss right here, because we can stand on it. You know, in real life, you would probably just fall straight through this thing if you tried to stand on it, because the gap is wide enough. But apparently, Chell just has collision powers that allow her to be safe. Anyways, let's pop right back on over here. There's cables here that connect these panels to that button in there, which is nice. Nice little detail. See, it connects. And from here, we can just jump to the next exit.
I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Can you imagine an aperture, but with ramps everywhere? Anyways, last puzzle. But we're just going to toss ourselves right into this pit. Because if you go right over here, there's an office down here. An office that I didn't make. So now we just head right back on up, take this long pathway. It's like, who knows how people did back in the old Aperture days when there weren't quite long fall boots yet. Now, if this gate right here weren't closed, we could just go right to the exit. Go straight to the exit.
If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it walked up and snapped their little pink bras, that sounds like projection. They didn't fly into space, storm a beach, or bring back the gold. No, sir, we did. It's you and me against the world, son. I like your grit. Hustle could use some work, though. Now let's solve this thing.
A little bit of kind of hidden dialogue if you go down there and climb back up. Anyways, more gel. Some jumpy jumps. Come right over here. Pop a portal up here. Scratch my face. And now we walk all the way back around. Now, we use the ramp backwards.
Congratulations! The simple fact that you're standing here listening to me means you've made a glorious contribution to science. As founder and CEO of Aperture Science, I thank you for your participation and hope we can count on you for another round of tests.
So, we could exit now, but instead let's turn around. Circling the lift opens this gate right here, and we can walk back. Right here, we can dismount into this panel from before. And we step atop both these pillars. We get a random little Easter egg. Little Easter egg point. Doesn't really mean anything. And also, that rotates the panel back so you can get back to the catwalk. Also, you can jump on this bit of catwalk that you couldn't access before. A bit more sightseeing. Also, I should address now that there are several points in this map where you can just jump down and get yourself stuck. So, you know, don't jump down anywhere you haven't seen me jump down in this video. And also this gate over here opens up too. Anyways, that's that map. And this video. I'll cap it off here. So, my name is Anachronistic ALLOS, also known as Sketchum Creations, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.